The Joker movie depicts the story of a man who suffers from mental illness as a result of physical abuse, which has caused neurological damage. Also, there was a lot of disappointment in his life. So, how Arthur became the Joker, a villain, and we're going to tackle his persona, fantasy, and social injustice too. Arthur is working as a clown, and while he is working as a signboard clown in the streets, he was beaten up by teenagers. The environment is cruel in Gotham City. There is a lot of crime and discord. Actually, Arthur is a caring and compassionate man. Even though he is suffering from a mental illness, he forgave those teens that beat him up and informed his friend that the teens were just kids. Arthur is understanding, but Randall, his friend, gave him a gun and made him believe it's for protection. Arthur seems to have interpreted it as his friend being thoughtful and nice to him. I think his void, I think the void in him is longing for warmth, connection, and harmony, to feel he belongs, which vulnerable to please people. He enjoys entertainment because it allows him to relax and fantasize about himself, creating a delusion in his mind in which all expectations are met. There's justice, it's perfect, and he feels good rather than the difficult reality in which he is constantly hurt, reality that
The house for as
demands
long as I can
and
remember. I
disappointed
take good care
him.
of my mother.
All that sacrifice, she must love you very much.
She does. She always tells me to smile and put on a happy face. She says I was put here to spread joy and laughter.
There's a judgment from many that a grown a grown man living with his mother is a bad thing without knowing the real situation. And I think it's not bad to live with his mother as long as it has no impact on his development and maturity as a man. Also, he cannot leave his mother who needs care. That's why that's why parts of Arthur fantasy is complimenting people complimenting him by choosing to live with his mom. He likes the applause and acceptance of the society, not the attention really, but the acceptance of his existence. But delusion is control. He suffers from a mental illness that overwhelms him with negative thoughts or bad thoughts. But in his fantasy, he is a different, fulfilled man. Arthur wants to be accepted and validated. But if you live in a terrible city, can you set higher expectation to have that acceptance? Arthur is an understanding and caring man already, but the problem is delusion. His ideal persona, his fantasy of perfection, not seeing reality. Arthur is a people pleaser, so he is usually nice, avoids conflict, and submit to his therapist, despite the fact that his therapist isn't very good at treating him fair. The uncontrollable laughter. He suffers from a neurological condition known as pseudobulbar effect, and the therapist is merely listening to him, but just fulfilling her duty only by meeting him. So Arthur did not obtain a solution, and he still deals with the void and delusion himself without knowing or having clarity about his problem. He brought a gun to work and was expelled. He appealed for a chance and discovered that his friend Randall had told his employer that the firearm was owned by Arthur. His friend betrayed him. He felt disappointed with both his work and his friend. A tremendous sadness because he's longing for fairness. While on the way home, he encountered three guys were pursuing a girl on the train, but Arthur laughed uncontrollably. The three guys had no idea he had pseudobulbar neurological condition and were annoyed at him for interrupting them. Then they abused him by beating him inside the train. Arthur reached for his gun and shot them in defense. He felt something strength, confidence, and dominance towards people who abuse him, and that he can do something for them to stop. But it corrupts him, being above the law. There are no rules anymore for him. The anger and disappointment were satisfied in a bad way. He came into his building and danced an interpretative dance to express his freedom from the bad city, injustice, and his feeling of power. After that, he behaves differently, yet the delusion just grows. He is handling disappointment still the same, emotionally dependent. He discovered power in killing, and his confidence derived from being above the rules. He developed into a weak man who is unable to regulate his emotions, lacks of self control, and doesn't know how to resolve his bad thoughts. So he relies on people emotionally and mentally, and when they fail to serve him or meet his expectations, he kills. He believes he is right because of what he encountered in the bad city, including abuse and disillusionment from those close to him. He is quick to assign blame and a man who loves entertainment and prefers staying inside his mind rather than finding the truth. He wants to be happy because all he has are negative thoughts caused by a lack of morals. He has no solid principles to stand on, only feelings that fluctuate all the time. Even though he is caring and empathetic, this is not the way a man should be strong and stable in the world. He must resist the delusion and have the truth always, and then work his way there. Weak men are not virtuous. They believe they are above the law and are self absorbed. As a result, it creates more trouble and chaos. Arthur is busy blaming so that he can't compare himself to who he was yesterday in order to make improvements in the present. He changed his appearance by becoming a joker and a villain, since that was how he felt, viewing his life as a comedy because nothing makes sense. Because of his lack of reality, he suffered more mentally, making him feel all the negative and defenseless in harsh environment. So Joker is a victim who became a villain, seeking to feel good about himself but turning into a villain who requires others to conform and fulfill his weaknesses. He changed his appearance than changed what's within, because it feels good for him to be fueled by rage. A view of excitement that gives him happiness. Otherwise, the moment Joker sees a person who is useless and makes him feel disappointed, he will kill because life makes no sense. The movie reveals social injustice as people are divided into classes, but the division and social injustice came from misunderstanding based on their stereotypical perspective, which influences their judgment. The Joker has been abused physically by three guys on the train unjustly. That's the start of discover the satisfaction from the abuse by becoming a villain, because the rich and the poor are divided people living in one society. If the three guys perceive Arthur as the same in their classes, they would have acted differently towards him, even though he gave them a negative laugh, because people judge according to appearances. So if Arthur was perceived to belong to their class, then the three guys would hesitate and feel at ease, not taking advantage violently. Capitalism is not a problem since it promotes democracy and allows people to exercise their freedom without relying on the government, because being dependent on the government requires control over people's life. Like communism and socialism, the core of division grew from different classes, fears, and insecurities, as if they had no hope for one another. Rather, both rich and poor seek only power in order to survive and feel good about their negative beliefs. They are living as victims of their own lives, and that's not good. It means dicta- dictatorship. It means dictatorship already, authoritarian views. Nobody wants to tackle a problem that lies inside them, which is the true empowering. Instead, they fear for their lives from negative thoughts and perceptions. The rich see the poor as a threat because they view them to be horrible people or violators, whereas the poor see the rich as power through their wealth and then as a threat because of what they can do to them. Both love their lives because they get used to self serving views. They have negative thoughts like the Joker. No one wants to see the truth that both desire warmth and connection in service and righteousness. Therefore, the sense of belonging is a facade. Fear and insecurity caused strife and chaos in Gotham City. Injustice resulted. Their unpleasant feelings were motivated by hurt, can lead individuals away from finding the truth. So they behave according to their feelings without any knowledge. So the rise of the Joker makes sense for the poor, while Batman makes sense for wealthy people. They develop an ideal figure for themselves that will only meet their unrealistic expectation for each other. Another form of violence is not a solution to the violence, just as darkness can drive away darkness. It is not a solution for us to see what is hidden in the shadows and what is really true, but light is. There's a Bible verse about this struggle. It is written, "Then Jesus told his disciples, 'If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Or what shall a man give in return for his soul? From Matthew chapter 16, verse 24 to 26. It is crucial to have light so that you are not distracted by others' ideas that may sound satisfying. However, it is only used to control bad emotion in spirits, resulting in chaos and the loss of the solution or correction. In the Joker figure, mental illness was more favorable. Delusion and lies have become empowering for those whose views are not with hope and righteousness. So it gathered those who are weak and do not care about life. There is no peace in fear and insecurity, only expectations of perfection, an ideal persona that is not real. The job of a the job of the blamer in society is self-serving, with no critical thinking or judgment. He or she is unaware of what is actually happening. If he or she can figure out the negative thoughts but simply views their feelings as truth without seeking the truth, and when reality is revealed, they are unable to cope because all they want is excitement and quick bliss, not truth, no responsibilities, no taking up their crosses and following the light. The problem of social injustice reflects people's faith, emotions, and perspectives. The government responsibility is to establish justice and not to be biased. They must be sensitive to that, while the people need a holy priest to help them overcome their fears and worries and insecurities, to preach to them how to overcome them. Be willing also to let go of the strife that their classes are a facade.